Football fans, come. Japan.
What's the game in who's?
Brazil are through to the last 16 of the World Cup. Brazil 2, Japan 1. Casemiro and Martinelli with the goals for Brazil. How many times have we seen that header from Casemiro, bro, this season? Like, he keeps scoring headers. And Martinelli, bro, off the bench, we've seen for Arsenal in the Champions League, he scores goals, bro. That's what he's done today in a big game. Japan 1-0 up. I thought, you know what, it's going to be a long day for Brazil. But Brazil, Ancelotti, the players show the composure. The only downside for the game today was I didn't get to see Neymar play, bro. Like, what is this? And at the end of the day, they won the game, so it doesn't matter. But, bro, that is crazy. Neymar didn't get a single minute. But, yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts on the game, people. I'm happy Brazil won. 2-1 Brazil versus Japan. They are through to the last 16 of the World Cup.
What's the game in Houston? 5 times winners Brazil score an injury time winner from Arsenal's Gabriel Martinelli to see off Japan 2-1. The Seleção went behind in the first half to Kaishu Sano's arrowed finish in which the Blue Samurai were brilliant. They play with real energy, organisation and discipline. Brazil were furious. Sano was still on the pitch at that point, having escaped a second yellow for a foul on Mateus Cunha earlier. But Carlo Ancelotti introduced Endrick in the second half and he helped spark Brazil into life. They went through the gears before Casemiro, who was so poor in the first half, equalised with a trademark close-range header. Vinicius Jr. produced one of the skills of the tournament. He jinked past 3 players before seeing his effort denied by the post. But with seconds remaining of injury time, Martinelli showed quick feet to steal it at the death. If Brazil was slow and outthought in the first half, they were the total opposite in the second. They'll play either Norway or Ivory Coast in the last 16. If this is what we can expect in the knockout phase, bring it on. What did you make of it? Let me know. Like and follow for more content.
Oh, guys, yo, like, my heart aches for Japan. Yo, they put up such a good fight. They put up such a good fight against Brazil. Brazil started off shaky. Only second half actually came alive and was pressing and was actually showing some dominance in the second half. Meanwhile, it was just Japan all the time in the first half. And Casemiro, I still got it, guys. Yes, he was involved in both goals. The first one, not the way he wanted to, because then Japan scored. But second time, that header. Ooh! Congratulations, Brazil's through! Brazil's through!
Gobo! Martinelli! Gobo! Martinelli of all player. Who would have thought? I was about to cook this Martinelli because, sincerely, aside from this goal that he scored, he's not effective. He has not been effective ever since he comes from the bench. But that goal that he scored, he has saved him of every critics. What a brilliant second half performance from the Brazilian. What a brilliant and top-notch performance from the entire Brazil players in the second half. Starting from the beginning of the second half, you could see Brazil all over these Japanese. Long ball, crosses upon crosses, successful dribbling, accurate passes, everything was just on point. But credit to Don Carlo Ancelotti for that brilliant substitute. Endrick coming off the bench was effective in the match. Throughout, it gives the likes of Ryan, the likes of, in fact, it gives every players on the pitch, to do their thing perfectly. Bruno Guimaraes was excellent. Casemiro, I knew that, see, you don't ever make mistake of substituting Casemiro in a match whereby you needed goal. You need the presence of Casemiro. This is one of the things that England is going to be missing out in Harry Maguire, the area threats. Well done. Brazil have broken a record. They have broken a record that since 2002, they have not gone along, to win a match whereby they have been trailing with a goal down. And also, Japan set another record of being knocked out in every knockout phase in FIFA World Cup match. So impressive second half performance, like I said, to Brazilian. Gabriel Magalhaes, what a cross. Brilliant cross. Danilo was impressive in the second half. Like I said, every player, even Vini Jr., great character, great mentality. So well done, Brazil through all the way through to the round of 16 as expected. If you joined my live stream earlier before this match, thank me. Where is my flower in the comment section? If you're a member of my Telegram channel, you have nothing to be worried about. Everywhere don't steal, everywhere don't semo. Give me my flower. Over to you, my fellow intellectual. Let me know what you think about this match. I'll be in the comment section as usual to learn from your thoughts. Bye, Nias.
Comment on dit cher en japonais? Non, parce qu'il faut pas pleurer, les gars. Ne pleurez pas. À la rigueur, lui et Ito, ils ont le droit. Les autres ne pleurez pas. Défaite face au Brésil, 2-1, tu te fais éliminer par Martinelli. Je sais même pas c'est quoi qui fait plus mal. Mais ne soyez pas triste. Vous méritiez pas. Voilà, des fois faut le dire. Le Japon fait partie de ces pays que tout le monde aime. La mentalité qu'ils ont, le football qu'ils proposent en général, c'est un pays ultra apprécié. Aujourd'hui, je voyais le Japon se qualifier et je souhaitais que le Japon se qualifie. Mais parlons fait, le match est là. 1,72 d'expected goals contre 0,23, 69% de possession de balle, 19 tirs, 7 tirs cadrés, 2 tirs cadrés. Et on va aller plus loin parce que la première mi-temps encore, ça passait. Mais alors la deuxième mi-temps, un seul tir cadré, 0,02 d'expected goals, 31% de possession de balle. Le Japon a décidé d'arrêter de jouer. Peut-être qu'ils voulaient aller aux prolongations, peut-être qu'ils voulaient aller au tir au but. Ils ont joué comme des complexés, ça a fait qu'ils ont égalisé. 1-1, but de Casemiro. Ils sont pas passés loin de prendre le but de l'année de Vinicius qui enchaîne un petit pont. Derrière, il va, il met une feinte de frappe à 2 défenseurs. Il finit sur un extérieur. Mais Suzuki la touche, la dévie sur le poteau. Je vous dis la vérité, hein. S'il met ce but, qu'est-ce qu'on n'aurait pas entendu? Et en fin de compte, le Japon, face à un Brésil faible, face à un Brésil qui joue comme le Real de Carlo Ancelotti qui attend uniquement que ses individualités viennent lui sauver les fesses. Malgré ça, ils ont décidé de jouer le bus. Bah ouais, je suis désolé. Aujourd'hui, même si c'est pas un grand Brésil, même si c'est pas du football champagne, ça restait l'équipe la plus forte et c'est l'équipe la plus forte qui s'est qualifiée. Donc ouais, c'est triste, mais tu peux pas gagner sans marquer de but. C'est ça le foot.
Heartbreak for Japan as they're out of the World Cup in the last second. Yes, you heard me right. Gabriel Martinelli scoring in the 95th minute for Brazil. Japan had the lead. Come the second half, Gabriel with the cross, Casemiro with the header. Only for then, Martinelli to come off the bench and win his nation. Brazil, a round of 16 qualification spot. You're telling me Martinelli, Gabriel Martinelli is the reason why Arsenal, Brazil are in the round of 16 and even Gabriel because of his cross assist. And yes, 6-7 celebration with Casemiro with his goal as well. But honestly, it's a heartbreak for the Blue Lock Japan. They did their best. They tried their best. Only for them to lose in the last kick of the game. In the last second of the game. And I just want to say, Brazil are in the round of 16. And they might be playing Norway. But Japan, it just don't feel right, man. They're out of the World Cup. The Blue Lock are gone.
Faut être bon joueur. Faut être bon joueur. Le Brésil a mérité sa victoire. Félicitations à vous. Vous avez gagné 2-1 grâce à un dernier but du poulet sans tête. Ceux qui le savent se reconnaîtront. Gabriel Martinelli à la dernière minute, mais c'est mérité. Vous avez joué, vous avez eu les couilles de jouer, vous avez fait ce qu'il faut. En première mi-temps, nous, on a été très excellents. On a fait ce qu'il fallait faire, on a marqué le premier but, on a été fort en défense, on a su marquer notre occasion. Mais en deuxième mi-temps, on n'a rien fait, justement. J'allais dire on a fait quelque chose. Non, on n'a rien fait. On n'a rien fait. Et je l'ai dit, je le répète, à cause du coach. C'est à cause du coach. Ce coach catastrophique. Ce sélectionneur cataclysmique. On avait des opportunités. On a même des excellents joueurs sur le banc. L'une, voire ma pépite préférée, Yohito Suzuki. Il méritait de jouer. Mais bravo au Brésil. Vous avez mérité. Vous avez voulu cette victoire. Vous l'avez eue. Nous, on s'est recroquevillés, on n'a rien fait. Le sélectionneur fait des changements catastrophiques, mais bravo au Brésil. Félicitations à vous, j'ai rien à dire de plus, vous méritez votre victoire. Vous avez voulu la win, pas nous.
Last minute dagger from Martinelli as Brazil beat Japan 2-1. The super sub off the bench wins it for the Seleção, and honestly, it was a pretty cool finish. And I say that because earlier on in the game, Vinny went on an incredible solo run. Suzuki tips it onto the post and it doesn't go in. Whereas on Martinelli's shot, Suzuki tips it onto the post and it goes in. In my opinion, it was poor defending. The amount of time he had in between the two defenders was really, really bad. But Bruno G does extremely well to delay the pass to make sure Martinelli is in the pocket. And in all fairness, is a good finish. Brazil was so much better in the second half than the first half. They really did turn up the tempo, despite the fact that I don't think they're a great side. And Casemiro, out of all people, got the equaliser. In my opinion, he should have been hooked at half-time. He was on a yellow. He was getting outran in the midfield. Physically, he cannot play at this level anymore. But he scores. He gets the header. And it was a good header in all fairness, but he came off injured later on in the game. That could be his tournament over. But either way, physically, Casemiro's just not at the races. For me, the biggest issue with this Brazil team is the midfield. Casemiro, as I already said, he's too old. He cannot anchor that midfield. Bruno G is a great player, but he can't hold the midfield on his own, and Paqueta is way past it. I think against the top teams, these guys are going to get destroyed. But Japan, in all fairness to them, they're a good side. They went far once again. Commiserations. They were unfortunate to lose in that manner. But I just don't see Brazil doing incredibly well. They got either Cote d'Ivoire or Norway. Most probably Norway, I reckon, in the round of 16. With 36% of people thinking that they're going to get eliminated in the round of 16. But the show goes on for the Seleção. I don't think they're going to go much further in my opinion. But let me know in the comments what you thought of the game and click that follow button as well if you haven't already.
Brazil are through to the last 16 of the World Cup. Brazil 2, Japan 1. Casemiro Martinelli with the goals for Brazil. How many times have we seen that header from Casemiro, bro, this season? Like, he keeps scoring headers. And Martinelli, bro, off the bench, we've seen for Arsenal in the Champions League, he scores goals, bro. That's what he's done today in a big, big game. Japan 1-0 up. I thought, you know what, it's going to be a long day for Brazil. But Brazil, Ancelotti, the players show the composure. The only downside for the game today was I didn't get to see Neymar play, bro. Like, what is this? And at the end of the day, they won the game, so it doesn't matter. But, bro, that is crazy. Neymar didn't get a single minute. But, yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts on the game, people. I'm happy Brazil won. 2-1 Brazil versus Japan. They are through to the last 16 of the World Cup.
Football fans, call me Melin. Call me Silvio dos Santos the Melin. Na me the runner. Before this match, I made a video where I said this match will end either 1-0, 2-1, or maybe we might see penalties. What happened? Oh, you guys don't take me serious here. Collect money. Put your house rent, collect money. You said no. I made it here. Just go and check. Funny part is, all this pre-match analysis, people don't even watch that much. You know, they ever get plenty view. Watch it and hey, how? Come Steve de Melin. Anyways, W Brazil in the charts. W freaking Brazil in the charts. Today, Brazil showed class. And it looks like in this World Cup, before they will send you home, they will give you heartbreak. Canada sent South Africa home yesterday. 92nd minute, they scored. Perfect heartbreak. Today also, Martinelli, 95th minute, perfect heartbreak. How? If you want to win this, guys, win the normal. You must not do heartbreak. In this match, everybody was thinking this match would end in a draw. That most likely enter the second extra time. Everything changed. But what a game. These Japanese sides, these guys, they cover ground. See, these guys, they win doors for a living. These guys will make you play what you don't even plan to play. Because when you watch this match, you will tell yourself that Brazil don't know how to play football. But it is because of the way Japan actually played in this match. They scored first, and then Brazil, out of nowhere, just individual ability, scored the first goal. Casemiro with his head. Then second, I think towards the end of the game, then Martinelli was substituted in, and then he scored the second goal. Martinelli. I think Martinelli need to be starting matches right now. And also this Ryan. In the first half, this boy played almost nothing. Second half, I was judging him by the first half. Second half, this boy just showcased one of the greatest skill I can actually see from this Brazilian side. I don't know. This boy sabi play ball. This Ryan. This boy is good. But I just hope that, he continues with this tempo. And right now, it looks like, they are giving him more roles. Because I don't know. It looks like maybe the news of Liverpool being linked to the player is out. So they are giving him more roles. I don't know, but it makes perfect sense. Brazil right now have qualified to the round of 16, where they will play either Ivory Coast or Norway. Let me know that in the comment section.
Qui a douté du Brésil? Mais qui doute du Brésil? Personne. Le Brésil gagne ce match dans la dernière seconde de jeu.
Pour la récupération, contrôle, Guimarães, le pied gauche dans la passe. Et quelle est belle cette passe pour Martinelli!
Est-ce qu'on peut souligner cette performance de Bruno Guimarães? 4 passes décisives déjà dans ce mondial stratosphérique. Guimarães, les gars, il est trop fort. Il est en train de démontrer qu'il est un grand joueur de football. Carrément, Vini, quand il met un petit point et qu'il met une feinte, il a même feinté les téléspectateurs. Non mais ce mec est trop fort. Casemiro répond, parce que les plus grands footballeurs répondent toujours présents. Casemiro, première mi-temps, je regarde sur Twitter, qu'il se faisait insulter. Il rend réponse, il relance le match. Ah mais what, les Simpsons qui prédisent le score du Brésil exact, 2-1. J'étais sur Twitter, je me baladais, je me suis dit je vais stream au cas où. Ils ont raison, ils ont eu raison.
Absolute heartbreak for Japan. Brazil snatch it right at the end, and to be honest, they deserved it. It was anything but Joga Bonito in that first half from Brazil, but the second half, they came out like a different team, turned it around, won it. Casemiro with the equaliser initially, and I think he is going to be one of the biggest talking points of this game, because his first half performance, he was absolutely dreadful. Running through treacle for the Japanese goal. Japan did so well in that first half to win the ball back in midfield so many times, drive forward with it. That's exactly what happened for this goal. Brazil being a bit sloppy, giving it away. And it's an excellent finish, but the way that Casemiro just gets run past, he was tackling his own players. The ball was flying into Brazilian players' faces. They were kicking it at each other. It was anything but what we've kind of come to love about Brazil for so long. And I don't think this Brazil team is even that, but the second half was so much better. And of course it's Casemiro, after a shit performance where everybody on Twitter, rightfully so, was saying that why was Jamie Carragher forced into apologising? The football had always left him. Don't let a few goals and a few decent performances at Man United fool you last season. It's because he hasn't got Kobe Mainoo next to him kind of running around, picking up the scraps, being his sort of legs. And all of that is true. And then, of course, he just pops up with the goal, just like he did so many times last year. And that's not to take anything away from Casemiro's kind of mini redemption arc at United last season, because I think he did deserve the praise a bit. But my God, he was dreadful in that first half. And Brazil were just not fluent, not together, not coherent. And Japan were brilliant, so well organised. Like all of the cliches that people have said about this Japanese team, about how hard they work and how technical they are, how well they win the ball back, how well they press, all were true. But as Ange kind of said at half-time, could they keep that level of pressing up? And then they were going to have to sort of sit back a little bit, and that is where Brazil's quality could shine through. Japan sat deep, it kind of came back to bite them, and Brazil's quality shone through in the second half. Not necessarily in the way that you would expect initially, with the kind of beautiful football that we expect Brazil to play with the talent they've got, but their crossing was just ridiculous. Danilo and Gabriel kind of moved into almost like a left 8 role in midfield throughout that second half. In that kind of half space, Danilo on the other side as well, the crosses they were putting in, Gabriel kind of turned into prime De Bruyne, almost putting in that corridor of uncertainty every time. That chance that Suzuki somehow saved, like how that stayed out, I don't know, came from a Gabriel cross, I think. It was a great header from Casemiro that he couldn't keep out, but this from Vinny Jr., I mean, we were talking about Joga and Benito a little bit earlier. Wow, that touch through the legs of the Japanese defender was absolutely filth. And if he'd have gone on to score that, taking it all the way, sending the defender for a hot dog, if Suzuki didn't save this, unbelievable save as well, by the way, to get fingertips onto that, that would have been one of the best World Cup goals we've ever seen. And that is not an exaggeration. But Brazil win it at the death. Martinelli off the bench. It's a lovely, cute pass from Bruno G. Suzuki, again, you kind of just think, like, has he got enough on it, a little fingertip, then it hits the post and agonisingly rolls and you think he's done it again. But no, look, Brazil deserved that. I'm gutted to see Japan out because they've been brilliant value in this tournament. They're a really good team. But Brazil was starting to warm up. That was a good second half performance after a terrible first half one. And the World Cup is still great value for Brazil being in it.
Look at him, look. He's done about 19 celebrations. Bro, embarrassing. That's offside. 1-1. That's offside, mate. It's offside. Great cross from Gabby, though. That's offside. I think Cass is offside. What is he celebrating for, by the way? You're playing for Brazil. Look at the celebrations. Look at the state of these Brazilian players. I swear that was offside. Look at him, look. He's done about 19 celebrations. Bro, embarrassing. Shoot. Nelly. Hey, finish. Hey, there we go. Nelly's just won it. Nelly's just won it, bruv. Nelly's just won it, bruv. 2-1. 2-1. That was a nice goal. Shit defending, though. But a nice goal. Well, my 2-1 score prediction was right. It's just the other way around. Nelly just won it at the death, bro. Literally. Hey, look at her jumping up. You're going to fucking hurt yourself, love. Look at the side. Martinelli with a dagger, bruv. Right in stoppage time.